Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This happens to be the Willys CJ3B from 1958. Yes, this is 63 years old. You can see the design is so freaking iconic. This is actually a left-hand drive vehicle. Yeah, that's right. It's a left-hand drive vehicle and it has been maintained in immaculate condition. However, certain things in this car are not really stock. They have been changed. In fact, for the left-hand drive model, the spare wheel is actually on the right side, mounted here, which is quite nice. Here you can actually put the jerry cans, yeah, if you want to carry extra fuel as well. And you can see this is so amazing. It's like a military jeep for civilians. That's exactly what CJ stands for, civilian jeep. You can see a lot of things. Now this has a starter button. I mean not a starter button, but a starter knob, like you have to put the key inside. But originally nothing of that sort was there. You had to actually put a rod from this hole and then twist it to turn on this vehicle. That's quite cool. You can see this is an absolute stunning looking vehicle. Now this is actually made in the USA, but in India it was assembled by Mahindra and then they got the license as well. It uses leaf springs both at the front as well as the rear. So at the front I think there are 6 leaf springs and at the rear there are 9. Meanwhile it has got these shock absorbers from Gabriel, and the tire size, it's actually 16 incher, but you know the way they have written it, I really don't understand what is the tire so it says, I think it's a 6 inch or something of that sort. So these are from MRF and they are known as the NDMS specific tires for this kind of a vehicle. You can see how the tread pattern is. It says Willys right here. I don't think mirrors were standard, but it says Willys on the mirror as well. In fact, to do a few things, I will have to call the owner Sunny Mahajan to help me with this. So first and foremost, we are going to be opening the hood of this vehicle, which means firstly you have to just pull this from, I think you will only have to do it because I'm not able to do it with one hand. So you just open it and then you can take it up and yeah, place it right there. No hydraulic struts. So this is a 2.2 liter, I think, Hurricane engine. Because of this engine, which was like bigger in size, they had to change the design. So this is like taller compared to other Jeep models which had come before, or other Willys model. And there you can see the engine looks very clean, yellow colored head and stuff like that. So now we're going to proceed to opening the windshield visor and all. So let's close this. I think he will need some help to do this. Yeah, and we will manage it. Yeah, there I have put it back into place. Let's actually, before we open the glass, let me show the wipers. So manually usable, like you have to manually use the wipers. That's also cool. We're going to open this. To open this, I think, yeah, no, okay. So we turn this around. Okay, this is some amount of effort. How do I know it's ready? It comes out completely?
Yes.
Okay.
You have to this and this.
Okay, so that then I tighten it.
Yes.
Okay, I thought this whole thing will come up, but yeah, this is air conditioning in the 1950s. That's kind of cool. Yeah, air is flowing in from here. Yeah, that's quite nice. Anyways, it doesn't have a roof, so you don't have to worry about getting wet because you're certainly going to get wet. Let's do one thing. Let's put this also down now. So let's actually loosen this and put this back into place. The windscreen, of course, and this is back into place. We're just going to tighten this as well. So you loosen it from here, and then you put it down. There's this place where it actually sits in, and now this car looks, or rather this SUV looks 10x cooler as well. Look at that, it's so freaking amazing. Now what you're going to do is, I'm going to show you a secret storage space which is below here. So I just push this upwards, slot it here, and take that Mahindra KUV 100, and there's storage space below. That's so cool. Originally it did not have seats here, but side facing seats have been installed. But you know what, originally it did not have 2 seats, it had 1-piece seat, so 3 people could sit in here. If you have played any war game, you would definitely relate to it. This is a place so you can just step on it and get inside easily. I don't know what this is, but I think it's to hold on to because there are no doors, there's no roof, none of that is available. Now this is where the exhaust is nicely placed, and there leaf springs at the rear as well. You can see the underbody still in great condition. There's a towing hook here, says caution left hand drive, Willys 4-wheel drive as well. Now this thing obviously opens, like, okay, Sunny, you're going to help me with this as well. So we're just going to open it from here. Yeah, you can just open it and you can remove it as well. Yeah, that is so freaking cool. You can remove this thing. It's taking some effort, but now, yeah, that is it. What does it say here? Okay, it says Willys actually. Yeah, this is such a cool thing. Obviously I'm not going to sit inside here because firstly it doesn't have any seat belts. At that time there was no concept of seat belt. There was no concept of indicators also, but this car has indicators. You can sit in here comfortably, like I think 2 to 4 people can sit in. There's good amount of legroom as well. Now coming to the dashboard of this vehicle, firstly getting in and out is very difficult. This is where actually the fuel goes, and the fuel tank is placed right here as well. Okay, and you can see the placement of the accelerator pedal. It is weird AF. It is very difficult to maintain throttle. Now a lot of switches. Again, I'm so confused what is what. So this is a left side mirror for seeing what is on the left, but there's none on the right. Sunny, if you could help me understand what are these switches exactly, because I keep forgetting.
Yes.
So this one is
This one is for internal lights.
Internal
this one
lights.
is for
choke.
This is
Headlight and
hazard light switch.
okay. So once you pull it, once it becomes hazard light, and second time it comes to the light. That's cool. You didn't tell me this. This is a dummy, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay, so what we'll do, we will just turn it like this, okay, and then we are going to use the horn. The horn is placed here similar to the Armada. The steering wheel is not original, it's humongous, it's so big now. It goes all through your pants as well when you're like using it. By the way, it's got so many levers. So this is obviously for the gears. It has got a 3-speed gearbox. This is for the 4-wheel drive mode. So if you want to go from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive, this is the lever which you use. And this is to go from high to low, 4-wheel high to low. There's a fuse box right down there. And yeah, overall I would say there's not much space as such. In fact, there is a speedometer here, and it also tells you like if there's an issue with the engine right there. Fuel meter, and this is an amp meter. In fact, it tells you if there's some issue with the engine oil or it's less or something of that sort. That will blink. This is for high beam, and there is another voltmeter. Does it say Mahindra inside? Yeah, it says Mahindra inside. So one is for okay. Forget it. There is, I don't know, some gufa here.
These are aftermarket speedometers.
Aftermarket. Now, so what is this exactly?
Even I don't know.
This, so one is for the battery and the other one is for God only knows what.
This is for fuel.
This is for fuel. Okay, can you do one thing? Can you just, okay, I'll just pull it once and then, yeah, hopefully this should work. So now I think the hazard lights, no, the lights are on as such. Can you pull it once again? Yeah, that shuts and the lights are turned on. And how do the hazards work actually? Hazards. Okay, indicators. Yeah, there you can see the indicator. I don't think anybody on earth can see the indicator working because the lights are not that bright as such. It says Willys here as well. So fantastic, like the kind of attention to detail in those times was obnoxiously different and really enjoyable to see. Now let's do one thing. Let's start driving this beast. Alright, we're all set to go, which means first and foremost I need to get the gear into neutral because there's no handbrake of course, and we are going to pull this thing, kya bolte hain, the choke, and then we're going to turn on the car. Yeah, it has roared to life. Little bit of accelerator just to keep things going, and you can see the struggle is real. Anyways, we get into first gear, which happens to be, yeah, where is it? This is the first gear?
Yes.
Am I engaged or not? I don't think so, but anyways, yeah, we are kind of engaged and off we go. First and foremost, this is very slow, but obviously it's so old, so you can expect that to be the case. You can't get full throttle because I think the car has some sort of an issue right now. We're going to get onto the road, although this vehicle will be fine if it's going off the road as well, because it is 4-wheel drive. It is a body on frame platform, weighs around 1000 kgs, which is not much. My god, the wind in the hair feeling and the feeling of driving this is just amazing. Horn please. Yeah, the horn is also nice. And then second is actually frontward, but it's better if we drive in lower gears, although there are only 3 gears. It's a 3-speed gearbox. Steering wheel has like crazy amount of play. Look at that, it doesn't move anywhere. So obviously it doesn't have any enthusiastic feel in terms of driving, but it has a different kind of driving feel. I know there's a lot of wind blowing right now. You have to counter correct the steering wheel all the time. Now the 2.2 litre Hurricane petrol engine produces around 72 horsepower and 150 Newton meters of torque, resulting in quite a good amount of performance for leisure driving. But as soon as you try to drive it hard and fast, obviously things deteriorate, because I think the top speed was 110 kilometers per hour, but this one doesn't go beyond 50-60 kilometers per hour because obviously it doesn't have brakes. It has got drums everywhere, both at the front as well as the rear, and then in that situation obviously brakes are not going to be working. Okay, I'm just going to give the indicator there. It makes the sound as well, and then we are going to turn. Although I'm very optimistic of making it into second gear, but still I'm going to throttle, I'm going to leave the clutch. You have to really play with the clutch and all that stuff. Yeah, we have to come into first. Now what happens is that if I directly try to get into first, it's going to make noise. I'm just going to clutch, and yeah, I still struggle at it. I'm going to apply brakes. Yeah, into first, and that was an achievement. And left foot on the clutch, right foot on the accelerator. This has got stuck here, and off we go. Okay, don't go full throttle, Faisal, because it's not going to make any progress as such even if you go full throttle. Driving this is a little bit of a challenge, firstly because you are right leg pains a lot because the throttle position is such. So kudos to all those people in World War who had to drive this to win war, and you complain of not being able to reach at work at time, reach to work at times. Shame on you. With the convenience of your very nice and easy to drive convenient car, this really requires a lot of effort to drive. First and foremost, I can't really see what's around because there are some vibrations as well. You know what? This is the first Willys which was a little different from the military Jeep, which was the Willys MB. So they made quite a few changes to make it more civilian oriented, specifically the larger engine, which obviously results in better performance as such. I can't tell you if it has a good low end or a mid range or a top end as such, because it doesn't seem to have any of that. But anyways, we are going to get into second gear now. We are into second gear, yeah, and that kind of feels better. The owner tells me it gives a mileage of 3-4 kilometers per liter. He's going to change the carb, hoping that it will give around maybe 6 to 7 kilometers per liter. Well, that is great mileage, honestly, but this is petrol, so it drinks a lot. Now in second gear, you can see, I mean, acceleration is not really great as such. Right foot is fine, but you have that lumpiness of a body on frame platform, and then the steering really doesn't inspire you to push hard as well. You can feel the bumps. We're going to take a U-turn, which means that I have to come into first, which means first I have to come to a halt. Now we are at a halt, and then I clutch, move the gear lever a bit, and there we are into first. Now taking a U-turn can be a bit of a pain, in spite of the fact that this car is just what, 1000 kgs. However, let's not forget that it doesn't have power steering, but still doesn't feel that cumbersome to drive. And now I'm going to drive a little enthusiastically, forget everything, and here we go. The idea is to get into third gear. Will I manage today or not? Near the red line and into second. Come on, baby, show me what you've got. I know you're 63 years old, but still you have Willys on your hood, which means you have to live up to expectation. Now we are going to get into third. No, did I get into third? Yeah, I got into third. Now, okay, the speedometer is saying I've reached 140 kilometers per hour. You guys can't see it because the speedometer is not working, but I can feel it. I can feel the speed. It is almost 140 kilometers per hour. It does move around quite a bit, which is obvious considering, okay, it needs third gear. It needs second gear. It doesn't manage that well in third because it kind of moves everywhere. The engine, is in a good condition, but I think the carb is not really well tuned at the moment. I love the horn though. It tells everybody I'm coming, but more than that, the sound of this engine obviously makes everyone aware. Now there's good amount of wind blast with the windscreen down, of course, but the wind in your face feeling is just amazing. I think I need to, we'll just go straight right now. Yeah, throttle position should have been a little bit better because I'm really struggling with that. And I turn the steering wheel, nothing happens, and I'm wondering what's going to happen next, because you can see there is no feel, there is no feedback, and it's just like, it's a video game for me right now. Brakes are really very bad, so you have to pray that it stops, but you don't reach speeds where you have to start praying anyways. And come on, stop. And now we are going to give it the beans, which means we are into first gear. As soon as I said the word, we'll give it the beans now. Sunny is like in full stress. Let's go. Yeah, they made 155,000 units of this particular model, which was on sale from 53 to 64. And you know what, you can say this vehicle actually spawned the Wrangler after a lot of years, but only thing is Wrangler had nothing in common with this particular car other than maybe the grille, of course. And this vehicle also spawned the old Thar, because that's how everything was inherited, because Mahindra had the license to produce the Jeeps in India. Okay, we are going well. You know what? If it reaches 100 kilometers per hour, it takes 24 seconds to get there, which by the way is still faster than a four-score car powered by a Mercedes engine. You can just understand how modern it was for its times. And we're going to give an indicator. Left-hand drive can be a bit of a pain if you're not used to it, but here in some josh I'm going to take a full U-turn. Here we go. I might just fall off the vehicle, and in case I do now, you can continue driving ahead. Don't wait for me because there are no seat belts on offer, and there's considerable body roll as well. Okay, just shut this indicator right now. Everything is dangling from here to there, but what fun, trust me, it is very much enjoyable. We are into second gear right now. I think second feels the best. Third is a bit of an overkill because in third it kind of struggles and all. Just 3-speed gearbox, which is still just one less than Maruti's AMTs. Not really AMTs, Maruti's torque converters, which are there in some of its cars. So not much of outdated technology, I would say. Jokes aside, you buy this to enjoy the weather, enjoy everything around you. It's not about speed, it's about the bragging rights of driving something as iconic as this model, which had a sort of a role to play in World War I as well as World War II. So guys, this is my vlog of this fantastic, beautiful Willys CJ3B. It's absolutely stunning to drive, very much fun. It's slow, it doesn't have brakes, it has a lot of body roll, steering keeps moving all over the place, but you can keep these things aside when you realize this is pure love, and the kind of love which kind of makes you blind as well. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this vlog, make sure to give the thumbs up. That's the like button. Okay, I'm going to go hard on the throttle, but nothing really moves. The only thing is the fuel meter moves right, left, right, left. So sometimes you're happy that fuel is more, and then sometimes you're sad that the fuel is not there. But hey, that's life. Bye bye. But before we end, I have to show you how it is to drive with the windscreen up, of course. So here we have to get into first. Is such a struggle now. Yeah, into first. Reverse is actually there. So here we go, and so cool now the way the wipers work. The wipers will never have an issue in terms of not working. That is the kind of technology they had back in the day. The engine splutters a bit. Listen to it, just listen to it. It's going to give an indicator. I have to turn around because inside rear view mirror is missing, but never mind, there is good view of what's around. It's like a 360-degree camera on the inside, which happens to be your own eyes. And here we're going to turny. There's a lot of roly-poly, but then it doesn't reach the speed that you will feel that roly-poly either. Okay, this indicator makes quite a lot of sound. So guys, I think we should finally end it, because no matter how much I drive, it's just going to get better and better, the feeling of driving a Willys. Bye-bye.